What's up, everybody? I think we're live. First one to say you're live, MrStav, in the chat gets bonus marks. Who's gonna be? Got 4 people viewing. What's up, Cole? Brooke. What's up, Brooke? Kayla E. Justin gets the bonus marks. First one to say I am live. Bonus marks to Justin. Oh boy. Aiden. Hello to you. Hello. Corrected. Where's Jose? This was Jose's idea. Somebody get Jose. Tell her to get up here. Come on, Jose. Jose said it would be a crime if we didn't have math today. Woo! All right, in the chat, you either use the tear emoji or the hands up emoji. Are you excited? Are you sad that it's over? Jose's here. Kayla E is right. Last math class, Robles. Greetings. Cole. Cole is upset. Cole is crying. He's emotional. It's okay, Cole. See if I can get this calendar to fit. Look at the calendar, folks. Gotta move. Here we are. Nope, nope. That way, nope, this way. Here we are today. 1 week today, you graduate. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. 1 week today. Set your reminders. June 29th. What time, chat? Tell me what time. What time? Aiden is both happy and sad. Zane is happy and sad that it is 1 week until you graduate. Cole, I was going to get there. Before I move any forward, I need some love. Everybody throw the hands up emoji into the chat for Cole. Cole, you are the only full math alon winner. Congratulations, Cole. Cole has completed the entire Knowledge Hook Grade 8 website. Congratulations, Cole. I will be getting a medal that we can award to you when this COVID thing is figured out. Normally, I would be able to give it to you at grad, or maybe it's probably a little too close to grad, so maybe it wouldn't have come. But I literally, as I was getting ready for this, as Jose was convincing me to have math lesson, I got the email that Cole is a full Mathalon award recipient. Congratulations, Cole. So I do have some half Mathalon winners, and so I'll have to get you to come back when the time is right to sign the banner, and I'll hang it in my classroom like you see last year's Mathalon, half math winners. So Cole will also get to sign the half Mathalon banner, and he will get his own medal, his own medallion for himself. So Nathaniel's saying that he did the full math. I don't know. I didn't get an email. Let me, please hold. Because if I have multiple, that is huge. That is huge. Shout out to all you awesome people giving Cole some love in the chat. You guys are awesome friends. Knowledge Hook. We're going to go to the website. Hey, Mayor, he sees you, Cole. Get on Cole's level, people, and maybe Nathaniel too. I shall confirm this shortly. I must log in as my teacher. Man, oh man. If you're just joining us, it is 1 week until your graduation day. I hope you guys are planning to do it big. I hope you're going to have some fun. You're going to do some photos, parade around the streets anyway, and be like, I don't care what you say, I'm graduating. I wanted to do a big parade for you. We got shut down. Miss Douglas fought so hard, but the lawyers of the DDSB said, can't do it. We had big plans, but I can tell you I have been working way too long in my basement alone in the cold of my air conditioning, and your grad is going to be sick. I have a feeling you're probably going to share with a couple people and be like, this is my grad. Drop the mic. It's going to be sick, my friends. So do not forget to tell your family and friends to say, watch my grad. And I see it in the chat. Justin and Aiden shouted it out. 6:30 p.m. You are going to need a TV to watch it on, or a computer, or a phone, or an iPad, or a tablet, or something. Okay? If you are watching this, you already know that your Chromebooks do not do live streams. Do not rely on your Chromebook. Okay? Your Chromebooks cannot do live streams, so figure out some other arrangements. If you have an Apple TV, you can watch it via the YouTube app on the Apple TV. If you have the Apple TV and you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can AirPlay it to the Apple TV. It is not letting me sign in. Please hold while I try to sign in to see. Okay. Nathaniel, I can't check it right now. Not on the live stream. It is being difficult. So, I am going to, on Wednesday, when I have everybody, that includes Miss Vision Ratnam's class. So, during our science lesson, I'm going to include during that lesson a tutorial on how to get from a computer onto a TV. Okay, so you can watch YouTube if you don't have an Apple TV or a Chromecast. Okay, I'll walk you through that. Aiden is asking in the chat, can you elaborate on the watch party idea? So, here's the thought, is that you will use one device to watch your grad. Okay, and I'm going to show you on Wednesday how to put that device onto your TV. So that on your big TV, okay, you can watch the graduation ceremony. Okay, ideally on a second device, you can have like a phone or something that would be connected to the Google Meets, so that you can kind of just see all of your friends during the grad ceremony. You do not have to be a part of the watch party. Okay, you can just watch it with your family. Okay, there will be a live chat, just like right now how you guys are using the live chat. There will be a live chat, so you can participate just via the live chat. You do not have to be a part of the watch party. The watch party is just a Google Meet, so you guys can like cheer, high five, you can talk with each other. So does that help, Aiden? If not, I can continue to elaborate. Let me know in the chat. Zane wants to know, what is the actual last day of school? Well, friends, grad is the last day of school. All right. So technically the last day of school, I think, is Thursday, and then Friday would be a PA day. So Friday would be a PA day. Thursday would be your last day of school that you would have to come. So Wednesday, I'm going to post our final science lesson, and we will discuss the technical components of of getting that grad ceremony ready to go. Okay, Brooke wants to know what the grad ceremony will look like. EPIC, epic. It will look epic. We met last week, as you missed school, as you missed my live streams, because I was at the school and I was filming. We set up a grad set and we filmed all of the components of your grad ceremony, and I am editing them together. It looks professional. It would kind of like watching, it'll be like watching TV and your face is on that TV. So there will be opening remarks, there will be speeches, there will be your name called as if you were getting your diploma. Aris is saying it's not going to be legendary. It is not going to be legendary, Aris. Whatever is the level above legendary, that's what it's going to be. Okay, it's not as lame as legendary. It's next level legendary. Okay, so it's kind of, I hope you treat it like the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl is going to be a big event, but it's as big as you make it, right? So plan your family time around it. Have treats, have some special food ready. All right, so whatever your culture loves to eat, that's your family's go-to. Make your Monday a real special day. Start outside taking photos, and whether you're dressed up or not, whether your hair's did or not, who cares? Do what you want to do. Make it special. Come inside, have a special family dinner or some treats, and sit together while you have your grad ceremony live on screen. Okay. That said, you will. I would hope that you would clap along, you would cheer, that you would make it an event in your home. All right, that you would be with your parent, guardians, whoever you live with. Right, if you've opened your bubble, how the government let us have 10 people in our bubble, and you're allowed to invite those people, and you have space to socially distance, invite them over to watch the grad with you. And if they can't, share the link. So make this as special as possible. This is your grad, and it's going to be epic. And I would hate for you next week to be like, oh, I really didn't think this through. Okay, so on Wednesday, I'm going to walk you through the tech setup, and I'm going to encourage you to practice it, okay, to make sure that all of your cables work, all of your sound works, okay? So we are going to get you ready for a legit grad, whatever is above legendary Rs. Kayla E wants to know, when will we get our diplomas? We will be hand delivering. We will be hand delivering your diplomas, okay? We were fighting. The teachers were duking it out because we all wanted to be the ones to hand deliver. And Ms. Douglas said, by rule, we are not all allowed to come. So we are battling in rock, paper, scissoring for who's allowed to deliver where and when. So I believe, Karan, what's up? Welcome to math. I believe that there will be 2 days this week. I want to say Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday. Don't quote me on that though. Okay. There will be 2 days this week where we will, as a staff, drive out to you to drop them off. Okay. Now, we do have a lot of questions about this. What time and what does it look like? Okay. We wanted this. Remember I told you we had tons of ideas and we were going to try to make this as epic and as grand as possible. So our idea was to like decorate our cars and come up to your house and make a big deal out of it and you know, cheer for you and take pictures with you and of you with your grad diplomas. Again, the lawyers at the Durham District School Board told Miss Douglas, can't do it. Can't do it. Okay? Because of COVID, we have to be very careful in how we are doing this. So if you're not home, it's okay. We will leave it there for you. You will get your diplomas. You will get, if you won awards, you'll get your certificates to awards, a special gift from us. We have a program for your grad ceremony. Okay, so now we would love to see you. If you're home and and you're there, come on out and say hi, socially distanced, and we'll give you air hugs from the fire and be like, oh, good luck in high school. Okay, but you do not have to be home. Okay, so don't panic. We can't just give you a time and say Thursday at 2:30 we'll be at your house, because first of all, we don't know how long this is going to take. We've never done it before, so how could we? It wouldn't be fair to give you a time and keep you waiting, right? So, and we don't know. Maybe we get to Cole's house and nobody's home, so that trip takes 30 seconds. But then we go to Karan's house and he's home and we're there for 10 minutes, right? And that puts us way behind. Okay, so there won't be any promises of what time we'll be there or whatever. So just be ready. When I'm more sure of dates, if it's gonna be Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday, we'll probably send out. That information via Remind. Great question. If you have multiple homes, and it matters to you which home we drop it off to, we will be going by the address that is submitted for your main address to the school. If there's one though, you're like, hey, normally I'm at this house, but during COVID I've been at this house, or for whatever, just send that kind of details to me or Mr. McKinnon in Remind, and then we'll kind of make note of that, and we'll proceed so that you get what you need. Okay, so yeah, I love it. Keep the questions coming. If you have more questions, for those of you that are just joining us late, this is today, and next week is grad. Next Monday at 6:30. When is Anish moving? Somebody either tell him to contact us, or tell him to contact us, or contact him and let us know. Bowmanville. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a little far. So we'll figure that out. Miss Douglas is the all-time problem solver. She can figure out anything. So I do hope that you guys know how much your teachers care about you. We pretty much can't talk about you without Mr. McKinnon crying. He's so happy and overjoyed for you guys, but he's really gonna miss you. I really care about you guys. We've put in tons of hours to make this special for you. So we just want you to know that you're loved, that you're appreciated, that you're cared for. We see how hard you worked all year long, and we really want this to be special for you. Okay? So with all of that rambling, I think I've answered all the questions in the chat. Said hello to Karan. Shouted out Kayla E for my awesome shirt. Thank you, Kayla. Fits perfectly. If you can't read it, it says Dad Squared, Everly and Paxton. Perfect. Thank you. Whew. All right. Last week we talked number sense. Okay, give me a rating in the chat of how helpful that was to you. 1 was like, MrStav, that was boring and I didn't need it. 10, oh my goodness, MrStav, I feel like I forgot everything. Give me a rating in the chat, how you felt about that lesson. I apologize I wasn't able to do math help. It was insane last week with filming your grad. It appears it was a kind of a hard test. Just looking right now, that The first one I posted for some reason expired, and I didn't set an expiry date on purpose, not that I know of. So there is a new one up, and not too many people have attempted it. You absolutely want to make sure you can master that test. Okay? Oh, wow! I'm seeing higher numbers in the chat. Oh, you guys found it helpful. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, so I want to go over some of the questions, and then I'll get into some algebra. We'll do the same thing to get ready for remind you of some algebra. Okay, here we go. Okay. Aiden, when you say it helped, but you forgot a lot, like you forgot already? All right, let me clear up some space here, and let's get the whiteboard cam on. Go, gadget, whiteboard cam. Back up the light. Okay, so this was the hard question at the very end. So let's rewrite the question and then let's tackle it together. -3/4. Take away 2. Oh, I can't see it anymore. Where's the edge of the camera? Here? Okay. And the edge of the camera is over here. All right. So we have 3 plus 1/2 squared divided by -3/4. Okay. Take away 2 divided by 3/5. Okay, this is an insane question. Okay. This question, it's not that it's incredibly hard or impossible, but it is designed to intimidate you. It's designed to make you go, oh, I can't do this. But yes, you can. You have the tools. Okay? And so what I always say is just walk through it step by step. Start with your bed mass. Okay? So any brackets? Thank you, Karan. You notice that this is supposed to be a negative. Thank you, Karan. Okay. Are there any brackets? So, yes, we do have brackets. We have brackets here, here, and here. However, there are no operations for us to do, unless you were going to put these in a decimal form, but that would actually make your life harder. Okay. So, here we are. There are brackets, but no operations to do within the brackets, so we move on to exponents. And there is an exponent, okay? And so, super important to understand that exponents are just repeated multiplication. So you're going to do the base by the base this many times, okay? So it's going to be 1/-2 Where's the bottom of my camera? I can go a little bit lower than that. There, okay. So 1/-2 multiplied by 1 over negative 2. Okay, there's 1, 2 of the bases. Okay, and then we're not doing too bad. Okay, now this does call into use all of your grade 7 and 8 skills. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2, I'm going to ignore the negative factors. I'm just going to go 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay. Now there's 2 negative factors, so we're going to count them. 1, 2, and I'm going to use Knowles' way because I like Knowles' way. So 1, 2. So it's going to be a positive 4, so I don't need to write that. Okay. Now, if you're on your own sheet, you're going to keep working, but my space is very limited here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to write 1 over positive 4 here. Okay? So I'm going to erase my work because I need that real estate. Okay? So already it looks better without that exponent in there. Hold on, I'm going to read the chat. Brooke wants to know, are they going to go over this in high school? Here's what I'll tell you. In applied, they might, but in academic, I can't promise this. Okay? Each math teacher is their own style, their own teacher. If it was me, I would give you like a one class review of this so that I knew that everybody's on the same page. What some of them might just do is give you homework and say, go relearn this. Okay? So I can't promise you that, Brooke, but what I can promise you is that I will leave this video up that you can rewatch it in September, or if you don't have math, this is probably really hard, is if you don't have math till January or February in term 2, semester 2, you're probably going to want to rewatch these videos with me and be like, hi, Mr. Staff, and then kind of remember these concepts. Okay, so let's go back. Any exponents? There are no exponents left unless I made a mistake, which, Karan, you better correct me if I make mistakes. Okay. So then we go to any division or multiplication. Remember, these can be done in any order. Okay. And I do have division here, and I have division here. Okay. So let's do this division. So we're going to go 1 over 4 divided by negative 3 over 4. Okay? We're ignoring everything else. Okay? Because according to BEDMAS, we have to focus on division or multiplication first. Okay? So how do we divide fractions? Oh, drop the wrap. Keep, switch, flip. Keep, switch, flip. When dividing all the fractions, you keep, switch, flip, holla! So keep this, switch this to multiplication, and then we flip this to what's called the reciprocal. Hopefully you remember that. And this will become negative 3. Okay, so I kept it, I switched it to multiplication, and I flip this to the reciprocal, the upside down fraction. Okay? And then we do the math. 1 times 4. 4. 4 times 3. 4, 8, 12. And remember, I'm ignoring the negative factors until after. I'm going to do the math as usual. Okay? And then I'm going to now figure out how many negative factors. There's 1 negative factor, so I'm using the Knowles strategy, and I'm going to go 1. That's it. So my final answer is 4 over negative 12. Okay? So we come back to here, and we're going to erase. Now you're going to show your work, so you're going to go to the next line. If you guys go to high school and you don't show your work, you're going to make me look so bad. your high school teacher is going to say, what's wrong with your grade 8 teacher? And then they're going to call me, and I'm going to be like, I took so many marks off of that. Okay? So I've shrunk that into 4 over negative 12. Okay? So now we have 3 plus 4 over negative 12, take away 2, divided by 3 over 5. So go back to our BEDMAS. There's no more brackets, no more exponents. Any division left? Yes. We still have to do that one. So I'm going to erase my work area because I have limited workspace, but you're just going to show your work on the next line. I'm going to rewrite it here. Negative 2 divided by 3 over 5. Okay. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is super duper tough. This is super tough. Because how do we divide or multiply whole numbers? Okay. We talked about this at Guided for a very long time, so I'm not going to go into it that much, except to remind you that it is out of 1. Okay. So anytime you have a whole number, okay, its fraction version would be over 1. RS is saying, don't you have to reduce? Okay. So you do not have to reduce this until you get to the final answer. Okay? So this is what Quran's saying. It will make your life easier if you reduce it now. Okay, because it'll keep the math a lot easier. Okay? But you wouldn't lose marks because where we take away marks is reducing the final answer. Okay? But yes, you can reduce this 4 over negative 12 to be 1 over negative 3. Okay? And I would do that if I was you. Okay? But I'm going to teach to not confuse people at this point. Okay? But it would be advised, if you have that mental math ability, if you see that it can reduce, then go ahead and reduce it. It'll make your life easier. Is that a fair answer, Karan? Okay. Now, if you get to grade 9 and your math teacher says, well, I don't know what that guy was talking about, go with your grade 9 math teacher. Always go with your current teacher. Okay, what they say, because they're the ones that are going to be giving you marks, right? So it's highly advised that you reduce as you go. Okay, but I'm not going to be taking marks off if you don't. So back to here, we put this whole number over 1. Okay, and then it's a division for fractions, so we're going to keep, switch, flip. So we're going to switch this to multiplication, and we're going to flip this, so it's going to be 5 over 3. Okay? So now we're going to multiply the top, the numerators, and multiply the bottom, the denominators. So 2 times 5 equals... Orange, you got to use the orange marker. 10. Remember, I'm ignoring the negative factors, and now I'm going to look. I did the math, now I'm going to look. 1 negative factor, so using Knowles' way, 1 line. Okay? And the bottom is 1 times 3. Okay? So, coming back up here to our equation, see it's getting a little bit prettier. We can erase this because we just did it. And we pop this in. Let's take away our negative 10 over 3. Okay, so let's go back to our BEDMAS now to know what our next step is. If I'm going a little fast for you, I hope you'll rewatch this and pause it as you go. Okay, just trying not to spend too much time on this. But this is a great question because it incorporates a lot of this math that you need to remember. Okay, any division left? Nope. Any multiplication left? Nope. Any addition or subtraction? Remembering that you can do it in either order. Okay, so we can actually do all of these at the same time. Okay, so let's take care of both of these right now. Or, Mr. Stav, it'd be easier math for me if I took care of them separately. Okay. So I'm going to put this over 1 to make my life easier. Now, in multiplying and dividing, we can just multiply the bottoms, multiply the tops. Okay. Can't do that in adding or subtracting. We need to come up with a common denominator. Okay. So remember, the long way is you can multiply them. So I can go 12 times 1 times 3, and 3 times 12 times 1. Okay. Or 3, 6, 9, 12. I know that these are multiples, so I can make this into that. Or, Karan and Aris were saying earlier, we can reduce it. And so I'm actually going to reduce it to make my math easier. So I'm going to divide the top by 4. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So watch what I get now. I get 4 divided by 4 is 1, and negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. Okay? Now, that is not the same. Okay? So, options here. I can divide it by negative 4. And that would give me negative 1 over negative 3. Am I losing you? Am I confusing you? Okay. What I'm trying to do is get these denominators to be the same. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this now as negative 1 over 3. Those have the same denominator. And I need to make this the same denominator. So how do I get 1 to become 3? I multiply it by 3. So this times 3 would equal 3. So what do you do to the bottom? You do to the top. Okay. So that'll give me 3 and 9. So we're going to have 9 over 3. Got a little dirt on there. What was it? 9 over 3? I already forgot. Okay. Now I have a common denominator. Okay. And when we have a common denominator, we can keep the denominator. And we could do the math from the numerators. So you'll notice here we have a plus sign and a negative. So essentially, let me rewrite this to look simpler. This is going to be over 3. Okay, and so all our math is now is 9 plus negative 1 take away 10. This is the math that we have to do. So this would be a ninja battle. Okay, and I had the graphic up last class. You can go see that one. Okay, so subtraction wins in this case. So it'd be 9 take away 1, which is 8. And then 8 take away 10. It brings us to negative 2. Woo! All of that work. But you notice, we were able to do that without a calculator. Okay, so that's why I said when you break it down, the math actually isn't that crazy. The mental math, the calculations, but kind of knowing the steps is what I was really testing here. Okay, so this is your answer. Again, I don't care what you get on the test. So if you just go write the test and you wrote negative 2 over 3, you'll get the right answer, but I really don't care. What I care about is you understood all those steps. Okay? Do you understand how to do exponents for fractions? Do you understand adding, subtracting integers, and multiplying and dividing integers? Okay? So there was a ton in there. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Okay. So if you struggled with the test, go back, try it again with what I just showed you. Okay. Try to do that question on your own with what I said. Okay. Let's take off the dot cam for a sec. So I said this last week, and I'm going to do it. I am going to leave my website, all of my lessons, all of the work there for you. Okay, I think it'll be MrStav.ca/math2020. Okay, so you can go back to it next year. Okay, some of you will start math in September, and some of you will start math in February. Okay, for those of you who start in February, that's a long time to not have math in you. Okay, so you might need to come back and review some of these concepts. Number sense. Okay, number sense is so critical. That's what we covered last week and what I just went over. To your success in high school, and the other one is algebra. Okay, and hopefully you saw that all of the concepts I did this year, you were using the number sense and algebra concepts. Okay, pretty much everything, even into measurement, even into geometry, we are using algebra. Okay, we were using algebraic expressions and equations, and this one we were solving everything this year. Okay, so solving algebraic equations was what we called math murder. Okay, if you don't remember how to do it, you need to spend time, okay, on your own, making sure you know how to do it. Okay, or contact me and let me help you. Okay, as I told you before, students who have gone to high school have wrote me and said, Mr. Stav, probably one of the most helpful things was your let then trick. Let then check. Let then check. So if I give you 3x plus 4 take away x, there it is. And I say simplify or solve when x is 4. Okay, your let statement. Okay, let x equal 4. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep the math even simpler. Make it 2. Let x equal 2. Then we rewrite the equation, or the expression in this case, since there's no equal sign. And then we work vertically. We start by rewriting the expression, okay? And then we fill in what we know. There was a reason why this was on the board all year long. Okay, never left the math ball because it was that important. Okay, we're letting x equal 2. So anywhere where there was an x, we're going to plug in that 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 4, take away 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. Take away 2. That means our answer is 8. Okay? So I think all of you are very good with that. Okay, where it gets really important that you know is your math murder. Make sure you know how to solve for a variable. So we have 3x take away 2. Let me just make sure I use friendly numbers. Okay. So here it says solve for x. What is x? Before I gave you x, and now it says solve for x. Okay? So we need to do any math until we can't. So let's look at our bed math. Any brackets? No brackets. Any exponents? No exponents. Any division? No division. Any multiplication? No. There is multiplication, but you can't do it because there's a variable. Any addition or subtraction? No addition, but definitely subtraction. But we can't do it because these are not like terms. Okay, can't do it. Okay, and I think you. Oh, thought I was gonna sneeze. I think you've seen this year how complicated I can take these, where you just keep simplifying it until you can get to something like this. So there's no bed mass left. Now we can go to math murder, or what we call solving for a variable. Okay. So we need to get x by himself. And we need to get rid of anybody else on this side of the equal sign, okay, to get x by himself. Okay, so that means we need to eliminate the 3 and we need to eliminate the 2. Okay, and we're going to work bed mass backwards, so we're going to start at any addition or subtraction. So we're going to get this guy out of the way first. Okay, so the opposite operation, same number. I feel like right now I'm teaching to you, but I'm also teaching to you in January, February, or I'm teaching to you in August, right? Like, hey August, or hey January, February person, how's the weather? Okay, so the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we're going to use the opposite operation, same number. 2 plus 2 or negative 2 plus 2 gets us to 0. That's what kills him. Does Thor snap him? Or Thanos snap him, not Thor. Okay, so he's disappearing. Just leaving him there, so for the viewers at home. Okay, but what you do to one side, you must do to the other. If you don't remember that, I will be so sad. If you do not remember the MrStav sister rule, I'll be devastated. Okay, so what you did to one side, did to the other side, because we introduced this out of thin air, so I have to be equal and do it to both sides of the equation. 7 plus 2, 7, 8, 9. Got it? 9. That leaves us 3x on this side. Same thing. Okay, the opposite operation. What is the opposite of multiplying? It's going to be dividing. Okay, so divide it by 3. Opposite operation, same number. Same number. And what you do to one side, you got to do it to both sides. Okay? And that would leave us with an x on this side, and 9 divided by 3. That's 3. Karan says the weather is really bad, you know. Yeah, if you're a February math person, then it's probably very cold right now. But you're probably getting ready to celebrate Everly's birthday. So, February 14th. Everly. Okay. Aris nails it. X equals 3. Okay. And if you forget what check is, let x equal 3, then we plug in the numbers and we would plug in 3 here. So let's do it. Let's check our answer. So it was 3x take away 2. We're checking our answer. Now, you probably, I can't tell you if you're going to get marks. It depends on who your teacher is, okay? However, I can tell you that you will save yourself heartache if you check your answer. Okay, so we're going to let x equal 3. Then we rewrite it. 7 equals 3x. We plug it in. 7 equals 3 times x, but we're going to put 3 in instead. Okay, we're going to do our bed mass, so multiplication comes first. 3 times 3 is 9. Take away 2. 9 take away 2 equals 7. And we declare that our answer is right by saying left side equals right side. Do you remember that? Hopefully it's all like, oh, I remember this. Yes, I remember this. Okay? You guys remember this? Bring it.
Hi, welcome to Burger Nation. How may I help you today?
Let me get 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 2 cheeseburgers with another cheeseburger, everything on them, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, everything but pickles, mustard, and tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and a small Sprite, 5 large Cokes and 1 large Coke and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke.
Okay, will that be everything?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's 2 hamburgers with just...
Oh boy, let's get stopped that right now. You remember this? We called this like terms. Okay? He ordered hamburgers 4 different times, but he didn't group or collect his like terms. So he ordered 3 hamburgers plus 2 Cokes plus 1 hamburger plus a pizza plus 2 more, and then let's say take away a Coke. Okay? Do you remember doing this? Collecting our like terms. Okay? If these are hamburgers and these are Cokes, okay? 3 plus 2. You do not have 5 hamburgers. You have 3 hamburgers and 2 Cokes. Okay? You can only add hamburgers with hamburgers. And so the strategy we used was to color code, and I would highly recommend doing that in high school. Okay. I'm going to go ahead with orange for Coke. It matters if it's positive or negative. Okay. And then we have our pizza, which I guess I can do as green. Okay, and we just group our like terms. So we have 3 hamburgers plus 1 hamburger plus 2 Cokes, take away 1 Coke, plus a pizza. Okay, and then the math is easy there. These are like terms. He ordered 3 hamburgers and another hamburger. Okay, so that's a total of 4 hamburgers. He ordered 2 Cokes, and then he said, actually, take away a Coke. So if you had 2 Cokes and you're taking away 1 Coke, now you only have a single Coke. Houston, we have a problem. Cole, what did you do? Got it. We do not need to write 1 Coke because the letter by itself indicates that there will be a Coke. Okay, and there's no math needed to do with pizzas. So we can summarize his order saying 4 hamburgers, 1 Coke, 1 pizza. Okay, then we can go into solving. That's where I said, well, let's say the hamburgers were $3 and the Cokes were $4, and that's really expensive Coke. How much is the pizza if you paid $20 in total? Okay, so that is like terms. You need to remember like terms when you go to high school. Okay, you need to remember how to solve equations. You need to remember how to plug in numbers into equations or expressions. You need to know how to simplify using like terms. Okay, and then the last thing that I think I want to go over today is you want to remember distributive property. Okay, this is, remember when we talked about Walmart truck. Okay, you have one truck and he needs to deliver to store A, store B, and store C. He's going to deliver equal stock to store A, to store B, and to store C. Everything in there. Okay? So everything in the brackets gets distributed by the truck. Okay? So if we have 3 times 2A plus 1B plus 4C's, okay? Because these are not like terms, A and B are not the same term. They don't have the same letter variable. Okay, B and C are not the same, and A and C. We can't do anything in there. Okay, so to get rid of this bracket, we're going to multiply it out using distributive properties. Okay, so 3 times 2A. So there's 2 A's, and we're going to triple the number of A's. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6. So we have 6 A's. There's a single B, that's 1B, and we're going to triple that. So 3 times 1 is 3 B's. And 3 times 4 C's. We're going to triple the number of C's, so 4 times 3, 4, 8, 12. 12 C's. That is as far as I can go with the information I was given. If it said solve given that A equals 2 and C equals 1, then I can move forward. But with the information that I was given, that is as far as I can go. Okay? This is not how I normally would teach. You know this, right? I would be giving you a chance to do it. It's really tricky with a 20-second delay from YouTube to try and ask you guys and wait without making this video 3 hours long. Okay? Between this week and last week, I would commit myself to mastering the concepts that I covered this week and last week. Okay, last week I focused on number sense. This week I'm focusing on the algebra piece. Okay, the other things like circumference and area of a circle. Okay, these things you can remember. These things you can do if you've mastered the number sense and the patterning and algebra. Okay. This kind of geometry you can remember, you can come back to. Okay. Multiplying, dividing fractions, percents, ratios, and rates, those are awesome. Those are important. Okay. Linear patterns are important, but there's a video lesson there for you guys. You can go back and watch it. Okay, Pythagorean Theorem will be important, but again, it uses the whole patterning and algebra to solve for a variable. So you should be able to do Pythagorean's Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, if you understand the algebra portion. Okay? So, we have done a lot this year, you guys. We have tackled a lot. You have found some things incredibly easy and some things hard. Okay? I've said this all year long, is that I do things weird. I do things differently. Okay? And a lot of the tricks that I use to help you remember these concepts, most math teachers will think you're absolutely crazy. And I get that a lot. And I'm okay with it. Okay? But understand, it's the rest of the world doesn't call it math murder. They call it solving for a variable. Okay? But if that's how you find it easy to remember, then do it that way. You remember when we did prime factorization? We put the number at the top, and I taught you the ladder method. Right? 4 divided by the lowest prime number. Right? Do you remember that? Whereas I use the ladder method, most people use the tree method. Okay? Whichever way works for you is gonna get there. Your job in high school is to show your work. Okay? On day 1 of math, I'm going to show you this. Yeah. Our very, 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 very first math lesson. I showed you this video. Some of you will be like, yeah, I remember this video, and some of you will be like, I don't remember it at all. Gotta let go of the dot cam. I showed you this video.
Is it so their art doesn't collapse?
And we kind of debated. We talked a little bit about are people good at math? Are there people who are not good at math? And his argument was that everybody's the same good at math, but some people just practice more. And I think this year I've been able to prove both sides. That some people are good at math. It comes naturally to them, right? And it's because they've been immersed in it. They enjoy it, right? You're going to be better at things that you are passionate about, okay? And you're going to be not as good at things that you could care less about, that doesn't capture your interest, okay? Because things that capture your interest, you're willing to spend more time on. And the things that don't capture your interest, you don't spend more time on, okay? So as you move forward in math, do your best, but understand that you have to work hard. Okay, the people that you think are smart at math, okay, who you think aren't working as hard as you are, they are working as hard, if not harder than you. Okay, they're not just magically smart at math, they do a lot of practice. Okay, they don't just do what the teacher's assigning, they're doing more than what the teacher's assigning. Okay, if you're not going to keep up with your homework in high school, it's going to get tough. Okay, if online distance learning taught you anything, excuse me, it's going to be that you need to structure yourself, okay, and actually set routines for yourself. Your family needs to know your routines. So, Mom, when I get home from school at 4 o'clock, or Dad, or Auntie, or Uncle, Grandpa, cousin, whoever you're gonna be with, say, I need to eat a snack, but then I need to set from 5 to 6 o'clock, I'm gonna be studying. And if that 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock window gets broken, then I need another hour before I go to sleep. Okay? And you need to know that making that hour block, midnight to 1 o'clock, isn't going to work for you. It might work sometimes, but you can't rely on it all the time. Okay? The more organized you are, the better, the more successful you will be. Okay? Hey, Everly's here, and a baby is in my house. So,
You don't have to go. I'm just seeing what you're doing.
yeah, I'm just wrapping up.
Hi, guys.
You want to say hi?
Can we come say hi, guys? I'll say hi.
Everybody, say hi, Kirby.
Hi.
Come on, chat, light it up. Come say hi.
Hello.
Hello. We're just talking to them about high school.
Oh, so you're going to do great.
Are they going to do good in high school? Give them a thumbs up. Give them a thumbs up. Sorry, guys. If you're not getting the thumbs up, you're not going to do well.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Everly has spoken. So, with that said, you guys worked so hard this year. I'm super proud of you. You've come a long way mathematically. If you do have questions, there now the chat's blowing up. They're all saying hi.
Aw, thanks, guys.
There's a bit of a delay. There's a delay. If you do guys have questions, okay, MrStav.ca has been alive for 7 years, I think now. Okay, and it's just gonna keep going. Okay, so you'll always know where to get me. Okay, if you're in a later grade and you have questions, hit me up. I'll do my best. Okay. I assume very, very shortly you guys will be smarter in math than me anyway. And some of you are saying, I already am Mr. Stav, and I'll take it. Yes, you are. Okay. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, then I will say, I will see you on Wednesday. I will see you on Wednesday, in which I will walk through, I'll do some science, but I'm also going to walk through the technical portions of setting up for your grad. Okay. And Grom wants to know, when is the virtual grad ceremony? It is Monday at 6:30 p.m. Okay, plan to log on 10 minutes before, okay, so you don't miss it. You're not late. There's nothing worse than being late to your own grad ceremony. Okay, Zane says 29. So, I will see you Wednesday. Ha-ha! Aris! Aris, I love you, man. So, June 29th at 6:30 p.m. There will be a live watch party and there will be a live YouTube stream. Remember, it won't work on your Chromebook. And so, this is not goodbye, though. I'm not saying goodbye because this isn't it. I'll see you Wednesday. Okay? Peace out, everybody.